Like the Boys of Summer.
Yeah, yeah. Now, actually, I think what we're doing is this show that we're doing is the kind of thing that interests us, which is basically starting from scratch. And if it wasn't Star Trek, it would be some other subject, but it would be something that he and I would put together. I was trying to think of something like that. I thought of one play that would be good for us would be this David Mamet play called The Life in the Theater. But it's he and I mean, it's like it's an interesting thing that happens with Sid, because there is, and it happened with us. The reason I got the job as Garrett is, I mean, as many of you know, I mean, people were looking for a way of getting his character, Dr. Bashir, in the flow of the show. So they created this character, Garrett, for one episode, who was the older spy that Bashir would get involved with and interested in, and so forth and so on. You all know the story. But so they hired me for that one show, and they said it would be a recurring character, possibly. And the possibly was if there was any charisma between the two of us, any chemistry, and if it interested the writers, what they'd come up with this relationship. Well, it turns out that it did, and the reason it did is because there was and there is chemistry between the two of us. One, there's no way of explaining that. That's a mystery. Like anything involving presence or chemistry between anybody. And but it's the same kind of, I think, chemistry that goes with the way we work together. That basically almost 99% of the ideas I know that he comes up with are right, and they're intuitive, and they fit, and they work. And where the chemistry, the chemical part of my side recognizes that these ideas work, and vice versa, I would say, from his point of view. So, in terms of yeah, and boy, I took my eyes off him for 1 second. Anyway, yeah. So that's a long way of saying that. If we were to do anything more, and basically, and we're still working on this play. As I said earlier, I mean, I don't know if I said it, but I was thinking it, I guess. But there is one scene that's missing in tonight. We've got the entire show for tonight, except there's one scene that's missing, which we just both realized yesterday that's missing. Which, after you see the show tonight, we'll tell you what that scene is, or we'll let you guess, and then the one with the wins a new microphone. You're doing it to me. You're just keep. Yeah. I know that. Yeah. It's like,
turn him off now. Turn off microphone.
Turn off. Yeah. And you got the signal from Sid. Cut him off. He's getting weird, and he's saying altogether too much. Yes, Stephanie. My daughter.
And what else did they do? Yeah, that's it. I mean, literally just that's it. Gail sent me a thing with a thing to a thing on the internet. Click the thing and you get a trailer, which is amazing. So I saw that. And I was there forever, but I don't remember I didn't say very much. So I'll be just like, was that Sid? God, it was a good movie though. It'll be kind of like that. But I hear it's a pretty good movie. I hear that from 2 different places now. I hear that from Hollywood, and I hear that from the people who made it, obviously. And 3 different places, and you read about someone who knew seen a preview of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, go and see it. Carry on.
I will. And
sort of interrupt them.
That's okay. Yeah. It's all right. No, listen, that's quite all right. Oh, Rachel, my daughter, she is like she just finished. She's gotten into voiceover animation, and she's making literally she's cutting a CD now of her music, as well as
she's a really talented singer.
Yeah, and the songs that she's writing too are beautiful. I can't remember actually, but I will. Yes, ma'am.
They certainly didn't hide it. They tried to deny it. No, I just remember it was just a running joke for Colm Meaney. He used to love the whole thing. You know, obviously that he got to. I mean, he got to pretend it was something to do with him. And the nearest I know that it was we were trying to figure out a way because we thought we'd try and come up with a way of helping them deal with the fact that there was going to be this situation. Because obviously we were like, well, this is happening, and now we have to tell the boss, and there's going to be some kind of ramifications. I mean, we've got to make sure you've got to keep your job over the next 6 months while you get them. Credit to them, they didn't hide it, and you were absolutely right. They just let it all hang out and put the blame on some other fellow. Which is what all guys do at the end of the day. No, it was good. I don't know what. I think she liked it. I think she liked the chance to what she thought had a few kind of scenes of truth to the being pregnant and how given a chance to do that. It helped that she was actually pregnant. There wasn't a lot of method acting going on. I think in the end it was a really interesting time in the show. I don't know if anybody else thought it was a kind of really interesting time because obviously there was a real baby in there. Django. Boy, he started early. Yes.
I was just wondering if you guys speak to Colm and what's he doing lately?
I've been trying to get a hold of Colm because there's this play this Irish play that's never been done in this country that he would be brilliant in the lead. But I have a feeling he just never stops working, doing film and miniseries and traveling.
I hear from him. I hear best regards.
Yeah, and that's the way I get. And that's what I get from him too. So in terms of but he just. I gotta watch my language here. He frosts my oats. And he knows it because he does not return calls. Even when I have the role of a lifetime for him, he's such a schmuck sometimes, So, I mean, believe me, and when you talk to him, I want you to tell him that. And tell him I'm still looking for him, to offer him a great role. What an unbelievable.
He was at some convention we were at. He was there the day after.
Yeah,
Kansas
that's right,
City.
he was.
Kansas.
That's right,
really?
He was, yeah. All right. Speaking of the pregnancy thing that you were mentioning earlier, I have the similar problem where they are hiding the pregnancy. This Judging Amy that I'm directing, the lead, Amy Brenneman, have you ever seen her work?
No.
And she's brilliant. She really is amazing, but she's pregnant. So she's going to be in the 3rd trimester by the time we work together. She's going to be in her 8th month. And they're going to hide it because they haven't written into the show. So I'm already thinking about, okay, well, she can be in her judge, because she's a judge, so she can be in her judge's gown.
How did they get me so far?
I've
just always been sitting down.
Yeah.
I'm walking behind things.
Yeah, so or else lots of telephone books that you can lean on, and sort of suck in her cheeks and say her lines. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's really bizarre. But they've had so many kids on that show. That's why they're not writing this in, because it seems everybody's giving birth on that show. Let me get these. Yes, ma'am. Yes. You.
She didn't have a question. I don't know what you're pointing out.
What? She's just getting a crick out of it.
I was just getting some sleep here.
You didn't have a question, did you?
Blair.
Yeah. You did? And then she's like, huh? How can that be?
You put her up to this.
I know, but that was confusing.
You put her up to this.
Me.
She was going to make Andy look like an idiot.
So I thought she didn't have a question. Because
make Andy look like he's so desperate for questions that he's pointing out to people who don't have a question.
Someone was asking about the movie where you played the president. Was it Kennedy that you played?
Yeah, that's the Twilight Zone.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Twilight Zone.
Yes.
What was that
Yes,
about?
that was that when I played Jack. Yeah. Yeah, wait, was there a follow-up to that question,
I
Max?
just wondered he thought it had something to do with time travel.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Jack Kennedy is now living in the future as we speak. He is still chasing Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Yes, sir.
Sid, it's rather unusual, especially in today's theater stuff, that a husband-wife combo, number one, are both in the business, number two, on the same show. What was that?
Wow.